The Cardano Chang fork is days away, and I believe that it will be a major catalyst in sending Cardano price back up over $1, taking it on its way to new all-time highs over the next year. But what are the details happening that you need to know about? We're going to cover all of those in this video. It's been a very long road. It's a very tough road for Cardano holders. It's allowed all of the naysayers and all of the haters to continue to just be very boisterous and loud about their opinions on this coin being dead, but I believe it's far from a dead project, and what we're seeing develop right now is going to prove that. But let's take a look into the video at all of those details. If you enjoy Cardano and you enjoy the channel, make sure to smash that like button, and if you're new here and you do enjoy our content, please consider hitting subscribe. We're about to hit 30,000 subscribers, even though we're only a year and some change old. We need your help, though. Hit that subscribe button. But first, before we get into the content, we got to roll our intro. All right, let's just dive right on into the details here. I wanted to take a look. Did I not? Oh, look at this rookie move here. Got to share the screen. Didn't get it in before I started the video. There we go. Taking a look at Cardano. We've been on a little bit of a tear here more recently over the last couple of days. After price had been at the lower $30,000 level, we had a wick that came all the way down to 27 cents. Cardano's making a push back up here to 37 cents. Now, we're going to get into the details of the charts a little bit later in the video. We're getting close to some key level of resistance, but if that is broken, I want to start off by letting you guys know here, we've been tracking this formation. If you take the opening of a falling wedge pattern, you move it over to the last level of support on that line, this would send Cardano's price up to 57 cents, but that's not the end of the rally. I think we go much higher, but why? Let's cover the details about what is happening right now. There's an article put out this morning, Cardano Chang hard fork set for August 27th. So that's some details right there you need to know, as bulls mount energy for $7 Cardano price. Now, here's the thing, guys. I would really love to see Cardano get $7. Let's focus on recapturing $1 before we go after 7. But I love the enthusiasm written here. Let's get into the actual details, though, of what's happening. In a recent update, Cardano developers noted that they had come up with August 27th as the target date for the main hard fork. So again, today being the 22nd, that means we're about 5 days away from this going live. One of their spokespersons was quoted as saying, after reviewing the progress of desired thresholds over the last few weeks and the status of downstream components and tooling, the group agreed that this was a suitable time to start the formal proceedings, and the lead up to the Chang hard fork can begin. For anyone who's wondering, Tim, what are the details? Well, it goes on to talk about it here in the article. The Chang hard fork will benefit Cardano's ecosystems. That's what it's going to be doing. What does it specifically do, though? This fork will introduce decentralized governance to the network, which would be the first step towards ADAs getting a spot crypto exchange traded fund. Ultimately, one of the biggest benefits of what Cardano is working on is a complete decentralized project. If you go back to the founding of cryptocurrency all the way back in 2009, the whole idea when Bitcoin was created was that the problem with the modern money system was the centralization, and we needed to return power back to the people. Well, along the way, over the last 15 or so odd years, as crypto has developed, some of the top names and projects carry with them some pretty centralized tokenomics and details about how the coin actually works. That's completely fine. We've worked with centralized entities for a long, long time now, and guess what? Those coins can still make a lot of money. But for all of the true believers of what crypto can accomplish, they prioritize that decentralized aspect of cryptocurrency, and that's exactly what the Cardano team that's what they value as well, and they're moving it into a completely decentralized governance system where the people, the operators, they are the ones that actually have control, and this Chang hard fork will kind of unlock that. This will allow them to do things in the future, such as potentially be the cryptocurrency that hosts elections for a completely fair and decentralized voting system. This could allow them to also go in and maybe be the coin that people use when doing medical paperwork in terms of NFTs. We all know that the whole world is going Web3. They're going to need Web3 and smart contract information, but some entities like hospitals or lawyers or things that prioritize privacy maybe shy away from the ones like Ethereum and Solana and other big smart contract players. Well, Cardano is putting themselves in the position to be the perfect candidate for things just like that. That's a very, very bullish, futuristic, fundamental aspect of Cardano. It's one of the reasons why I believe this coin is not dead. It simply had a major pullback in price. Let's go take a look at the coin, though, and talk more price action. We already talked about the falling wedge pattern that could send us back to 57 cents, but let's just even talk about this grand pullback that Cardano has had and look at potential reasons why I do believe it's over. Well, the first thing I want to bring to your attention, anyone who thinks that Cardano is dead because of how far it has pulled back after having an initial rally, this is a very, very similar thing to what it did in the last bull market. Check it out. After bottoming out in the bear market in December of 2018, Cardano would go on to have an impressive little rally here of 300% before it fell into another falling wedge pattern all throughout 2019, bottoming out in 2019 December, and then starting another rally. Of course, COVID would go on to hurt and pull the price back down to new lows. But of course, Black Swans events, you can't really necessarily rely on them as predictable behavior. As a whole, the behavior of Cardano looks very eerily similar in this bull market. It's a couple differences, but ultimately Cardano has a major pullback. You have yourself a nice little rally. In fact, the rally on Cardano was about, would you look at that? Not quite 300, but 236%. And now we find ourselves once again in a falling wedge pattern, very similar to 2019, but that's not all that there is to say that we should be looking at this very bullishly. If you take a look here at recent indicators, we've hit a lot of our support bands. Our oscillators came down and have been printing buy signals now on the longer time frames. I'm going to get a little deeper into this one, but even as you start to move out like towards 3 daily and other larger time frames, you're seeing major support be hit on our indicators. You're seeing MACD crossing bullish. You're seeing buy signals on the Luxago oscillator. I want to see the RSI cross above the 50 on the 3 daily, but for now, it's making some positive signs. Go back to the daily chart. This is where I am seeing that RSI look very, very good, where we crossed that 50 line for the first time since way back here in July, and we weren't necessarily a very impressive run back there. This one, I think, has legs to be a lot better. Of course, the MACD had a bullish cross here, marking not quite the bottom, but another good buy signal just a couple of days ago. But this is where I'm the most excited about the potential. We got a major buy signal on our Luxago oscillator, where we had major levels of bullish divergence. We've had our green reversal, our bullish momentum, and now that money flow is flowing positively. The excessive sellers, that bright red spot, they are gone. Everything looks to be trending to the upside. But what are we watching right now to potentially say there's some resistance in the way? I'm going to feel a lot more bullish about how this works when we break above 39 cents. Let's just talk about getting into the 40s once again. And the reason for that is this red cloud right in here. This is the smart trail on Luxago indicators, the best trading indicators in the game. You can check out a link down below if you want to start trading with them. But it marks not only the deciding factor of where the bulls and the bears are in control, it comes in confluence right there. If you take a look at that red line of our falling wedge, it kind of shows that confluence of just how important that detail is. If I were to pull up the fixed range volume profile and look at volume since the bottom back in October of 2023, you're also going to see that same level is the point of control with our volume. It's a little lower at 38.3 cents, but pretty much that exact same area. The overarching thing we're seeing is that while Cardano has been rallying and picking up some volume here over the last couple of days, which is a positive thing, the deciding factor really is that 39-40 cent area, break through the major levels of resistance, and then we're well on our way back up here to 57 cents. But why am I saying over $1? Well, once the momentum on Cardano gets going, as you can even see earlier in this bull market, it can get pretty explosive. We also saw this kind of happen back here. If you were to go all the way back, if you don't count COVID, it's hard to know what exactly could have happened here. But even if you were to go back here to November and into December of 2020, you can see once the ball gets rolling, you can have some low volume beforehand, but once the volume starts to come in, once Cardano starts to cook with some grease, it can get pretty explosive pretty fast. And a major target that I'm watching using Fibonacci tools from the all-time high down to the bear market lows is the golden pocket sitting up here at about $1.20. This was the big resistance level back in March of 2022. This is a key level that I think that Cardano holders, there's going to be a lot of people I think that take profit at that level, but we're so far away from it right now. You could still see, even if that's your final take profit level, we're looking at over a 3x in price movement for Cardano. I believe the bulls are coming back, that chain hard fork will be a part of the catalyst that sends us back up. My personal opinion, I don't believe we stop there. As the article suggested, and they go into some details, they believe that we're seeing a repeat pattern from 2020 or 2021, where we would see a price move over 2,000% from where we currently are. And then they're saying $7. To me, everybody, I'm not quite ready to say for certain $7. It is the top end of my prediction. I have a video that I'll be shooting later on, probably later this month or maybe next month, about my final price prediction for Cardano. But just so you know, my target, $5 to $7 for me. That's what I feel like Cardano could look like here at the end of 2025. But for now, I'm much more focused on first breaking 40. Then let's talk about 57. And after that, $1 incoming is my opinion about how high Cardano's getting in the next couple of months. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think? Is this Chang hard fork something amazing? Do you agree with me that it is going to be a catalyst that sends us over $1? Or do you think it's a nothing burger and this is something that people should ignore? I always love your guys' feedback in the comments down below. But with that said, that's all I have for you in this video. Make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed it. Hit subscribe so you don't miss any of our content. With that said, I'll see you in the next one. Adios.